Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime Making 3. And today I'm going to be giving you part 2 of What If Naruto Broke His Human Limitations. Part 2 guys, if you enjoy seeing want to see part 3, go ahead and comment down below and tell me, and I'll be posting it as soon as possible for you guys to enjoy. And also, I already posted a brand new episode of Anime King and Anime King Prince, so go ahead and check out those and enjoy. If you're new, yes, I indeed have 4 channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, and Anime Prince, which I post what fun every single day. Yes, you heard that correctly, every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and destroy that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support, and don't forget to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we jump right into this new episode? Begin the intro, guys. So the last time we left off, Naruto had gotten his butt kicked at the academy rather badly by Sasuke, and all of the kids laughed, and he was rather upset about that. He wanted a way to get stronger, as no one was helping him at the moment. That is when he came across 2 ninjas, and Naruto was in awe as he saw them fight. It was Kakashi and Guy. He was unaware of that at the moment, as both of them were so awesome. As Naruto spoke out loud as they heard him, they already knew that he was there though. As Naruto asked him how he can be as strong as them, Guy rushed off as he got a book in return. It was a training manual, a starting page for someone like Naruto to get stronger. As he told Naruto all about youth, a long 30-minute speech. He would have gone on for hours if Kakashi hadn't stopped him. Naruto thanked them as he ran off. He returned home. Naruto wasn't that smart of a kid, so he accidentally mixed up the lines. He did something that was not really advised to do. He put all of the training sessions into one workout, something that was really taxing on the body and could also kill him. And it almost did. For every single day, Naruto pushed himself. He refused to fight in the academy, as the teacher was happy to oblige by that because he wanted to fail Naruto. Every class, when he upgraded into another class, the teachers are happy to hear that he would not fight so they could lower his grade even more, as they didn't want him to succeed. Years passed, as Naruto did not see any changes. He was rather upset about that, because in his mind ninjas were ridiculously overpowered and awesome. He was unaware of how strong he had become. Aruka became his teacher and Aruka tried to get Naruto to fight, but still Naruto refused to do so, as Harrison had told him about that as well. However, Naruto would not fight. He always gave up. Because of his regime, every single day practicing, Naruto's body had gone through some changes, both internally and externally as well. The Fox Chakra had to be on a constant rate, healing his torn muscles. Naruto had almost died, but he was unaware of that. He always went to bed exhausted, unaware that his body was literally breaking down. But the Fox Chakra ended up breaking through the mental physical barrier of Naruto's human body, allowing his body to break through his human limiter. That means he had no limit. There was no limit to how powerful he could get. And because of all the training, Naruto became a literal monster regarding power, speed, and stamina and strength. And he was still not even noticing that yet. It was finally the day though, as Naruto decided to finally fight. Arriving towards the back, him and Kiba squared off. Naruto stopped the fight as he was confused why Kiba was mocking him. Aruka and Mizuki didn't understand because Naruto was just standing there. However, Naruto simply walked away. As to them, he was moving like a blur, confusing and shocking them. Kiba had used his Getsuga thinking that Naruto is a technique, However, Naruto simply pulled him out of it and launched him. Kiba broke through 2 trees and slammed into a wall, bleeding rather badly. As Aruka had to rush into the hospital, Naruto arrived at the tower as the old man was not there yet, as he kept on tapping his feet on the ground. Yujiro Uzuki, Anbu, Kat, watched him as she started to feel the place shaking. She was shocked. She informed the Hokage about this when he came in. Hiruzen asked Naruto about his training before he took Kat and Naruto, as they decided to run some tests. What Hiruzen found out was really shocking. The next week he had some tests run on Naruto. Naruto finally met up with Kakashi and Guy, as he showed them what he could do. Let's just say the both of them were shocked, as Guy was shocked that Naruto was able to do something like that. The physical strain something like that on his body would have killed him, but yet he was alive. It was then that Kakashi reminded Guy of Naruto's special, quirks. That was a fox inside of his stomach, as no Guy understand. If he was any normal person, they would have probably died, but the healing ability of the fox kept Naruto going on, and he survived it. Naruto had went to the hospital as he spoke to Kiba. His mother was there as well, as Naruto apologized. However, Kiba was going to be fine, sure. He was put in a bad state, but the doctors were able to heal him up. And after hearing that it was a training mishap, Tsume didn't seem to be that angry about it. She was just glad that her son will be okay, and this will also help toughen him up. Mizuki decided to frame Naruto for stealing the scroll, as a few Jonin and Chunin came by to arrest Naruto, but he simply slapped them, knocking them unconscious. He then proceeded to search all the forest after hearing what the last Jonin had to say. Mizuki was shocked when Naruto found him. He tried to fight Naruto, but Aruka arrived there. Mizuki got frustrated as he stabbed Aruka, and Naruto also found out about the fox as well. Aruka was able to snap him out of his trance, as Naruto buried Mizuki's feet into the ground before he rushed Aruka to the hospital. He then proceeded to check up on Aruka to make sure he was okay. Hiruzen came by a few moments later at Ichiro's ramen, as Naruto had the scroll of sealing and not to mention Mizuki, unconscious under his arm, speaking to Ion like it was a normal thing. At the end of the day, Hiruzen decided to award Naruto with his headband, as Naruto was excited as he blew right through the roof. As the rain came pouring down, Hiruzen sighed as he screamed Naruto's name. The next day, Naruto arrived to the academy. Because he spent majority of his time training, he did not really have that tight of a friendship with anyone so close. He knew them, but they weren't that close. Not to mention, he never really paid attention to any of the girls. He saw Kiba there, as Kiba thought that he was still stronger than Naruto, and that it was an accident. Naruto told him to hit him, which Kiba did, as Naruto was unfazed. Sakura was confused as she saw that, wondering if that didn't hurt, but Naruto said no. As today they will be starting their ninja program, and find out which team they were going to be on, as Naruto was excited. So yeah guys, basically that's what I thought you guys gained, so each across the place check of yourself, and yeah, what do you say begin this new episode guys? We begin this episode the day before the team selection. It was right after Naruto had defeated Mizuki and returned back the scroll. Hiruzen was in his office. The place was sealed off to the outside, that means no one to listen in. In front of him sat Kakashi. Do you know why you're here? Hiruzen asks. Kakashi already figured out a guess after he had seen Naruto, figuring that this talk was coming once again. I presume that this is about Naruto. Correct, said Hiruzen. You will be the sensei of Team 7, which consists of Naruto Uzumaki. Because of his denying to participate in the class, Naruto has the lowest score in the academy. He is a dead last in the entire class. Sasuke Uchiha is Rookie of the Year. Sakura Haruna has the top score in the Kunoichis. They will be under Team 7, under your command. This is a different protocol, Kakashi. This is not like the other teams that you failed in the past. I know that you still want to give them your test, but you're gonna still have to pass them despite what is gonna happen. Before you say anything, you need to understand. For one, the council want you to train Sasuke so that he doesn't go rogue. Given what happened with his older brother, we both know that there's a lot of hatred in the child. I've seen it more than once, and he will stop at nothing to gain power. That is why I want you to teach him to come to understand the value of friendship and teamwork, something that you strive on. I want you to make him understand the benefits of remaining in Konoha. So you're saying that he's a flight risk? Kakashi said, yes, basically. Sakura Haruna, she has grown up in a nice family. There's nothing too problematic about her. But you should still train her as well to make sure that she's, at least, a competent member of the team. Understood, Hiruzen said. Kakashi nodded at that. Hiruzen got a look on his face, as he looked deeply worried. Is something wrong with Naruto, he said. Kakashi, you and Guy don't understand the full consequence of what has happened to Naruto. Only myself, Naruto, Yujiro Uzuki, and you and Guy, well, you know partially the truth. What do you mean, said Kakashi? I have had Naruto tested by several doctors I trust the most, and by all standards, Naruto should have been dead. Kakashi got a confused surprise look on his face, as that one eye was able to show all of that expression. What do you mean? I have asked Naruto about his training regime. I also spoke to Guy, who is convinced that it's because of the fox that he's alive, and he doesn't know how truthful he is. So I was right, said Kakashi. The fox. Heal him. More than that, Hiruzen said. As you know, Naruto is part Uzumaki, and the Uzumakis have a natural, recuperating ability, faster than any other ninjas. But it seems that Naruto was born with an exponential healing rate. He hasn't been tested on that before, so we wouldn't have known. However, because of the recent testing, I was able to find out that his body had broken down at least several times. The doctors were able to scan to see how far back he went. It started when he was 7 years old, and each year keep on getting worse. But the fox healed him every night, and that put a strain on his body. Without even knowing, Naruto had put himself in mortal danger. He told me about it, about the sweat, about the sleepless nights when he was in pain. He was unaware how bad it affected him. But because of the constant flow of the fox chakra and his natural healing rate, he was able to break his body's natural limiter. Kakashi one eye widened at that. You spend a lot of time with your friend Guy, so you can understand the natural human limiter, especially when Guy was able to open the gates, as I know that you're able to open it yourself, said Hiruzen as Kakashi nodded. So what you're saying is that he's basically in a constant form of the inner gates? More than that, while the gates put strain on your body, because of the fox chakra, it is completely submerged in Naruto's cells. His entire DNA, his insides, have been completely changed. His body natural limiter is no longer there, so there is no extent to how stronger he's getting. It took 1 week for me to test him once again, and the doctor has shown that his bones have gotten even stronger, and there is no physical backlash on this. His body is not being weighed down. His speed is not being sacrificed. What basically happened to him is a miracle that I don't think can be replicated by any other. So you're saying that there's no telling how strong he can become. But won't that be a problem for him to be on the team with the two others? Him being on Team 7 is not because of strength, because in terms of that, he outclassed every single person in the academy. And far above that. How far are we talking about? I'm not even sure the full extent of his strength. He doesn't even know, Hiruzen said. But trust me, it's not anything normal. Kakashi pondered over that, as he truly wondered how much powerful Naruto has gotten. So, the reason for him to be on the team is because of loyalty. Yes. We both know that Naruto has never had a happy childhood. While I was able to save him from any physical abuse, there was glares, whispers. And despite him putting on that cheer attitude, I know there's a lot of sadness and some hatred within his soul. And I want you to be able to cut that out, to remove it completely, because I fear that if someone like him was to turn, but he wouldn't do something like that, said Kakashi. I have met the kid, yes. But we both know, Kakashi, happiness is just a cover for sadness, most times. And it is severely great within Naruto. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know it's a difficult ask, but I believe that this very moment is crucial for the survival of this village in the future. Do you really think that you'll be that much a threat? Said Kakashi. Hiruzen handed him a folder. The first page is what we test, and the second page is the other test. that was taken a week after. Kakashi's lone eye widened in shock, as he couldn't believe what he was seeing. Now he understood why the third was so worried. Time skip. Naruto lay on the decks, waiting for his new sensei. As the other teams had already been taken and they were gone, all that was left was Sakura, him, and Sasuke. Sakura was flirting with Sasuke as usual, trying to get his attention, but he wasn't paying her any mind. As Naruto was lying down, he was actually deep in thoughts, wondering what will happen on his first mission, wondering if he was gonna save a princess or something, wondering if he was gonna go up against a powerful warlord. Now that would be awesome, he thought to himself, when his stomach started to rumble. It seems like he was hungry once again. He slowly flipped to his feet. Sasuke watched him as he walked. As Naruto made his way towards a window, Sakura saw that he was climbing out. "Where are you going?" she asked. As Naruto turned back towards her, "It seems our sensei is gonna be late. And plus, I'm hungry," said Naruto, as he climbed out without another word. The two of them watched him. As he ran away, he was gone so fast. Sasuke quirked the eyebrow at that. Ever since Naruto had thrown Kiba, Sasuke's interest in him has gone up because of Naruto not fighting for majority of the years. Everyone believed that he was weak, but Sasuke saw something else. Everyone thought that it was a fluke, but Sasuke saw him hold Kiba and threw him like he was a stone, and he smashed through 2 trees. As Sakura smiled to herself, now that Naruto was gone, it was just her and Sasuke, as she scooted a bit closer to him. Sometime later, "So your sensei has not shown up yet? How do you know that he's not there now?" "Waiting for you," Ayam said. "Well, he's gonna have to wait," said Naruto. "I mean, come on. I waited for him for at least an hour and a half. So now it's my turn to eat my ramen. And for him to wait." Ayam shook her head. "It's just like you to do something like that," she said, as she handed Naruto another bowl, as he started to munch down on it. That is when someone sat down beside him. As Naruto glanced towards the individual, "Hey, it's you," said Naruto. Kakashi looked towards him. "Me?" he said. "Yeah, the Cyclops." "Well, that's not my name. My name is Kakashi Hatake." "I thought I knew that name sounded familiar," said Naruto. "So you're the one that's gonna be my sensei, huh?" "Yep," said Kakashi. "That's awesome," said Naruto. "I thought it would be someone I wouldn't know, but seeing that it's you, it's a lot better." "You think so?" said Kakashi. "Of course," said Naruto. "You don't seem like a bad guy. You are extremely lazy though. After all, you let us wait in the academy for about an hour and a half. So you're gonna have to wait until I finish my ramen." Kakashi looked toward the stacking bowls. "You mean you're not finished?" "Oh, I'm just getting started," said Naruto. A good half an hour later, Kakashi was baffled as Naruto belched. "Excuse me," he said. "Well, at least he has good manners." As Ayam carried away all of the plates, making her way to the back, coming back for more. "You sure can eat," said Kakashi as he looked over Naruto. It was a shock that he was not overweight, given the amount of food that he intake. Well, given his training regime, Kakashi shouldn't be surprised, but this was just too much. A fond memory popped in his head as he remembered a certain redhead gouging down when she was pregnant, when he was supposed to be watching her. He was just like her, he thought to himself. "Hey, sensei," said Naruto. "You ready?" "You know that I've been here waiting for you this entire time, right? And now you're asking me if I'm ready." "Well, yeah, you were just smiling to yourself." Kakashi sighed as he picked himself up, as Naruto jumped off the stool after placing the money down. "See you later, Ayam," she said. "You too, Naruto, and good luck," as Naruto waved goodbye to her. Kakashi watched the interaction between them. It seems like he does have some people in his village that he was connected to, personally. That was a good thing. So even if there was a chance of him turning, there were some people that could switch him back to their side. This has become a national disaster. As Kakashi thought about it, this child had the potential to become one of Konoha's greatest threats. And that was a really terrible idea, if you thought about it. Harrison was worried because of the treatment Naruto got when he was younger, and he knew that Naruto was bottling up certain feelings. Because he threw himself into his training, and well, basically disregarded everything else. Personal time, friendship, except with a few people And that was him and Ayam and the old man. He didn't really have any more friends. He knew the kids in the academy, but not that well. So that is why he doesn't want him to have attachments. He wants him to have bonds, friendships. Kakashi stopped him, asked Naruto to look up. Think about this as your first test from me. Test, said Naruto. Yeah. We're quite a while away from the academy. Let's see how fast you can get there. A grin came on Naruto's face. Really? He said, as Kakashi nodded. Alright then, said Naruto as he stooped down. Kakashi watched him go into a running pose. On your mark. Get set. Go. Naruto exploded off the ground. He shot past the market district. A violent gust of air ripped through the area, blowing people and their clothing away. Bodies were thrown. Luckily, none of them hit any buildings or anything too detrimental. However, they did hit the ground that growing though. As market stalls top were blown violently, as the place trembled. Kakashi looked down towards the ground where Naruto had started his running start. The ground had caved in, as Kakashi saw the footprints. Despite him wearing sandals, just what the hell has he become, Kakashi thought to himself, as he flashed away in the sunshine. What took you so long, Sensei, said Naruto. Or am I too fast for you to keep up? Kakashi merely eyed smile. Well, I must say you are fast, he said. Really impressive. Give yourself a pat on the back for that one. Why don't you go and inform your teammates that? They're to meet me on the roof. As Naruto nodded before, he proceeded to go towards the window and climb through once again. As Kakashi made his way towards the roof. Hey, said Naruto as he entered. What took you so long, said Sakura as she yelled at him. As Naruto tilted his head. Why are you shouting, he said. Our sensei's not even here. Well, it's just you. As Naruto looked up. Hey, he said looking towards Sasuke. Sasuke turned towards him. Our sensei's on the roof. We're supposed to meet him up there, said Naruto as he walked towards the door and made his way off. Sasuke picked himself up, as he said nothing as Sakura exited the room with him. It only took a few minutes as they were all sitting down in front of Kakashi. Why don't we start with a bit of introduction, he said. Pinky, why don't you go first? Sakura eyed twitched at the nickname, but she calmed herself. Why don't you go first, Sensei, so we can understand how to do it? Alright then, he said. First name, Kakashi Hatake. Second's hobby. Well, I'm not gonna tell you that. Likes, I have many. Dislikes, I have a lot. Dreams and hopes, you're too young to hear that. As the three of them looked at him, You didn't say anything, said Naruto, except for your name. Kakashi shrugged. So, let's start it back up, Pinky, he said. My name is Sakura Haruno, she said. And my likes are, she glanced over towards Sasuke. A big grin on her face as her cheeks turned red. Sasuke sighed. As Naruto looked towards her. She's really weird, he whispered to himself. As she kept on speaking everything she said, she was glancing over towards Sasuke. Well, an extreme fangirl, Kakashi thought to himself, might be the extreme of extreme. Alright, Emo, how about you? Sasuke glared at him for the nickname. Rather violent tendencies, Kakashi thought. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I like only a few things. I dislike a lot of things. I only have one dream in this world. No, an ambition. And that is to kill a certain someone. And restore my clan to its former glory. A bit darker than I thought, but I can manage, Kakashi thought to himself. Now Blondie, how about you? The name is Naruto Uzumaki, said Naruto. I like ramen. My few precious people within this village. I dislike ignorant people, who hate people for no reason. Exactly what I thought, said Kakashi to himself. And my dreams and goals, well, for one, I'm gonna become the most powerful shinobi to ever live. Second, I'm gonna become the most greatest Hokage. Third, I'm gonna marry a really beautiful girl and then we're gonna have over 100 babies. As all of them sweat drop at that. Isn't that a bit too extreme, said Kakashi. Yeah, it might be, said Naruto, but I want to have a huge family with a lot of kids. And I'll always be there for each and every one of them, said Naruto, with a grin on his face. Kakashi felt sad hearing that, as he knew Naruto's parents after all. They weren't there for him, so he wanted to make a change for that. Well, your dream is a good one, but a woman cannot physically have 100 babies, he said. Really? Why not, said Naruto. Kakashi tilted his head as Sakura spoke up. Do you even know how babies are made, she said, a little blush in her face. Yeah, said Naruto. I was reading up about fighting techniques and training schedules in the library, and I came across a book about lifestyle, and they told me how it is made. It turns out that we will have to get naked and Naruto. That's enough, said Kakashi. Sakura turned her head as she blushed in embarrassment. He really say what is ever on his mind, doesn't he? She thought to herself. Alright, you three, said Kakashi. The test that you performed in the academy was to make you reach a stage, but there's another. What do you mean? Said Sakura. Well, it's quite simple. You're gonna have to pass my test if you're gonna become Genin's. Your test. But we already did one. Yes, but that was just a formality. I will be deciding if you're going to become Genin's. So tomorrow, training ground 7 at 8 AM. Be there. Oh yeah. Don't eat any breakfast, because you will throw up. With that, he was gone. I wonder what other tests will have to do, said Naruto, as he walked towards the edge of the building. What are you doing, said Sakura. See you guys tomorrow, he says. He jumped off. Even Sasuke's eyes went wide as he rushed towards the edge. The both of them looked down as Naruto dropped. The ground cracked under his feet as he walked off nonchalant. Did that just really happen? Said Sakura, confused. Sasuke's face was one of shock. They were on the top of the academy, which was really high, as Sakura was looking down in disbelief. How was he able to? She turned, but Sasuke was already leaving. Hey Sasuke, can wait up, she said. Meanwhile, as Naruto was making his way home, today was a good day. He met his sensei. He met his team. While Sasuke can be arrogant most time, he wasn't that bad. And Sakura, while she seemed to be obsessed with Sasuke, she wasn't that bad either. He shrugged as he simply walked home, as he was unaware that Yuji Uzuki was a distance away watching him. The Hokage had told her to keep eye on him in the daily runs of the village to see how he interact with the people as the day go by, and not to mention she was also curious herself. This child has shown potential that to make him even greater than the first Hokage or any other ninja that might ever rise within Konoha. And none of them knew the true estimate of his strength, or how far he will reach. Time skip. Naruto arrived as he was holding on to a cup of noodles. Sakura looked at him. What are you doing, she said. Sensei said that we shouldn't eat. Don't worry, said Naruto. I never throw up. That's not the point. What if he was testing us? What if that caused you to fail? I doubt that eating would make us fail, said Naruto, as he went and sat down beside the tree. Oh hey there, he said, looking towards Sasuke. Said Sasuke as he turned away. Well, that was weird, said Naruto, as he returned back to eating. An hour passed, as Naruto was finished as he lied down. He's gonna be late as usual, he said, as Sakura frowned at that, and yet he told us come here at 8. And you know that he's gonna be late, as she clenched her fists. Why do we have to get such a lazy sensei, she said. Poof, someone appeared. Now who's lazy? Said the voice as Kakashi stepped out of the smoke. You, she said as she looked towards him. You told us to arrive at 8. Look at the time. Well, sorry about that. You see, a black cat crossed my path, so I had to go the other way around. The three of them sighed at that excuse. Did he really expect them to believe that? Alright, he said, now that you're all here, as he pulled out 2 bells. What's those for? Said Naruto. Well, it's quite simple, Naruto. You have to get a bell by time the timer goes off, he said, pulling out a clock as he placed on the stump. If you don't have a bell, you will be sent back to the academy, and you have to start all over again, he said. Wait, but there's only 2, Sensei, said Sakura. Exactly. So that means, said Sasuke, speaking up, one of us will go back eventually. Yep. As Naruto looked towards the 2 of them, Sakura started to panic. Oh, and before you start, remember to come at me with the intent to kill. If you don't, you won't be getting a bell, said Kakashi. The timer begin now. Sasuke and Sakura jumped away in the bushes. As Naruto stood there. Naruto, I did say begin, said Kakashi. Yeah, I'm just thinking, said Naruto. About what? Kakashi asked. Well, it's really strange. What are you talking about? Well, the whole bell thing, said Naruto. And what do you mean by it's strange? Well, recently the old man has been talking to me more about this whole teamwork stuff, and that teamwork is always the right way to go. And now you want us to split apart to fight one another for the bells. But I didn't say that, said Kakashi. Yeah, I know, but that is basically what you're saying, said Naruto. You believe so? Hey, I'm not that dumb, said Naruto. I have no idea why, but lately, the old man has been drilling me about this whole teamwork thing, and about how we should all work as a team, and that is the right way to go. And that without teamwork, well, the life of a shinobi is short-lived. And now I will have to go against my two teammates to get the bell for myself. After all of us want to pass. Then what will you do, said Kakashi. As Naruto stretched. I'll get the bells first, then I'll think about what to do, said Naruto. And what do you make you think you can get them so easily, Kakashi said. Well, said Naruto as he pulled his arm back. He cracked his neck as he bounced on the ball of his heel. He then lowered himself, like he was gonna run. Kakashi did not take out his book, instead he prepared himself. As Naruto rocked off without saying a word. Kakashi moved as Naruto shot past him. As Naruto gripped onto the tree and used to spin himself around, his hand tearing through the bark, leaving a huge gouge in the tree. As Naruto's feet touched ground, he shot off, breaking the earth. Kakashi flipped away as Naruto swung his hand out. The moment he was close enough, Kakashi reached out to grab Naruto's wrist and tried to flip him. However, Naruto smirked as he stomped his leg in the ground, causing to crack and shoot up dust and debris right in Kakashi's face, forcing him to substitute immediately. The smoke and debris vanished away as Naruto looked around, as he couldn't see Sensei anywhere. He was not above, not to his left, not to his right. From what he read, ninjas were known for hiding their presence, and also have skilled places to hide. And they also possess awesome technique to be anywhere. So maybe he was, as Naruto looked down, he raised his fist before he dropped it in the earth. Sasuke and Sakura, eyes widened in shock. The entire place exploded. Huge chunk of the earth was ripped apart. When the smoke cleared, Kakashi was there, his eye widened in shock as he couldn't believe what he was seeing. He looked around at all the devastation and destruction just from a single punch. Found you, Sensei, said Naruto. As Naruto rocketed forward, tearing through the earth, he literally swam through the earth and reached Kakashi. As the place was silent for a few seconds, as Sakura and Sasuke watched in awe, not even knowing what to say. It was then that Sakura noticed another trench that headed out of the training ground, but she paid it no mind. Kakashi looked around as he couldn't see Naruto anywhere, as Naruto suddenly burst out after a few seconds. Kakashi dodged, but Naruto grabbed his arm to his shock and yanked him down before spinning him. Kakashi tried to dislodge himself, but Naruto's grip was so tight before he released him and threw him back. Kakashi flipped as he pulled a kunai as Naruto rushed forward and threw his fists, but he stopped. The ear pressure behind the blow blew Kakashi's hair back as he staggered a bit. The ear pressure was violent. It was like being hit with a non-lethal wind attack, but it was sure powerful. As Kakashi stood there, kunai in hand, baffled and shocked by what just happened. I know, said Naruto as he jumped up with a smile on his face. Kakashi was confused as Naruto just stopped, before he rushed towards the forest. Kakashi stood there as he looked down towards the bells, which were still there. As Naruto arrived a moment later, right in front of Sasuke, who stepped back, almost falling off the tree. It's just me, said Naruto. Sasuke looked at him like he was some kind of creature from another planet. How did you do that, he said, looking towards the destroyed training ground. We'll talk about that later, said Naruto. For now, I know how we can pass this test. He grabbed Sasuke's arm and jumped off. Sasuke tried to protest, but no matter what he did, he couldn't get free. Sakura jumped as she looked around, seeing that this is Sasuke with a few leaves and branches in his hair. as Naruto propped him back on his feet. "You alright there?" The Uchiha turned before he threw up, barfing out what he had last night. "Sorry about that," said Naruto. He has to remember that not all was as fast as him. Sasuke wiped his mouth. "What the hell?" he yelled, as he was furious. It was like he was pulled through some different dimension or something, and he was just there. "What's going on?" Sakura said. "Why are you both here?" "Not that I'm not happy to see you, Sasuke-kun. I know how we can pass this test," said Naruto. A few minutes later, after some convincing, and a few shock surprises, the three of them walked out. Kakashi was ready, in case they were to attack, as he was cautious of Naruto. He would have to reveal his Sharingan for this. "We passed, Sensei," said Naruto. Kakashi was confused as Sakura elaborated. "Yeah, as she lifted up a bell." Sasuke also lifted up a bell as well. Kakashi looked down confused towards his belt. "Where did you get those?" he said to them. "Well, these are your belts," said Naruto. "Why don't you look at the ones that you're holding?" Kakashi looked towards the belts. He picked them up. They felt so much more lighter. Not to mention, the little top that had the string tied onto it was a different color. "What did you do?" he said, as Naruto pointed towards the trench that Sakura saw earlier. Sakura and Sasuke were still baffled to what he told them. "I don't understand," said Kakashi. "Well, while I was underground, I ran towards the village using that," said Naruto. "Came up a distance away and, he looked a bit cheapish. I'll pay for them later, I swear. But I took them off a stand without saying anything," said Naruto. Wait, are you saying you stole these bells?" "Yeah, but I'll pay for them." "No, that's not what I'm talking about. Are you saying that you took these bells and swapped them out? Given the time that you were on the ground for the span of a couple of seconds, you were able to run to the village and get these back, here before I even noticed." "Yeah," said Naruto. "It took me using my full speed though. I've never went so fast in my entire life. It was awesome." Kakashi sat down. He had to. As Naruto walked over, "Something wrong, Sensei?" "Are you saying that you got back to the village, and you returned back here, and you swapped my bells without me noticing?" "Yeah," said Naruto. Kakashi looked off into the distance. The kid wasn't lying. The bells were different. But how? Just physically. It made no sense. It was just a few seconds underground. And not to mention the field devastation that they were now in. Kakashi shook his head. "Let's get back to the mission objective. Why do you three think that you've passed?" "Well, because it's teamwork, right?" said Sakura. "Exactly," said Naruto. "You wanted us to work together to get the bells, even though I got them myself. As you can see, I shared it with my team. So we all passed, right?" Yeah," said Kakashi. It was about teamwork. As he got to his feet, "Follow me," he said. They followed him towards a memorial stone. These names are all those that die on a mission outside the village. A lot of them here sacrificed their life for their friends or comrades. I want you all to know this today, that those who abandon the mission are scum. But those who abandon their comrades are even worse than scum. I want you to take that to heart and try to understand what that means. And let it be your principle of going off of this day as Team 7, he said. You understand, he said to all of them. They all nodded at that. Well, tomorrow, we will go in for our first mission. Hell yeah, said Naruto, with a big smile on his face. So why don't you all go and get some rest, and meet me tomorrow at the small little bridge before we enter the Training Ground 7. As they all nodded before he sunshine away with an eye smile. I told you guys it would pay off, said Naruto as he turned towards his team. Yeah, you did say that. What's wrong, said Naruto. Did you really run back and got those bells? Sakura said. I saw the trench, but that was so fast. Well, I'm pretty fast, said Naruto. Sasuke turned towards him. I did your little experiment. It did pay off, but you promised to tell me how you got so strong. Now, fess up, he said. Oh, that's simple, said Naruto. As the two of them waited for him to answer, I worked out. They dropped on the ground, sweat drops on their face at that. At his ridiculous, simplified answer, the both of them picked themselves up. You're lying, said Sakura. You have to have some kind of special power, right? And you're not telling us. Not really, said Naruto. It's just, well, I trained. Hard. Every day for the past 6 years. And I guess I got good results, he said. What kind of training did you do? Asked Sasuke as he looked towards him. Sit-ups, pull-ups, runs, squats, and push-ups. Yeah, that's pretty much it, said Naruto. That's all, Sasuke said. And you got this strong. Yep, but it wasn't easy, said Naruto. There has to be something else to it, Sasuke said to him. Something that you're not telling me, right? Nope, said Naruto. That's all. I'm not lying, I assure you. As Sakura and Sasuke looked towards him, as Naruto's stomach started to grumble. Well, I'm hungry once again, he said. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow, he said. Before they could say anything, he simply ran off. As the both of them coughed, the dust in their face. You think he's telling the truth, said Sakura, speaking normally to Sasuke for once. I don't know, Sasuke said. He was still baffled to what Naruto had told him and what he had saw. Sakura was shocked as well. The fangirl side of her wanted to say that Sasuke was better, but how strong was Naruto? It was just ridiculous. Time skip. Hokage's office. Kakashi came in. He sat down as Hiruzen looked at him. He's something alright, said Kakashi. So how did the test go? Asked Hiruzen. A little mirth in his tone, seeing Kakashi's mind struck. Well, Kakashi looked through the window. In terms of power, strength, speed, and stamina, well, the only thing I was able to test mark today was his speed. He was able to close the distance from the training ground to the market district in a span of maybe 10 seconds. And that include going and coming. Hiruzen's eyes widened at that. Are you sure? I timed it, because I was waiting to see what took him so long to get out of the earth. You should also take a look at training ground 7. It needs to be fixed. Fixed, Hiruzen said. He destroyed it with a single punch. Hearing that, Hiruzen remembered his other student, Tsunade Senju, as he looked towards Kakashi. Why don't you start from the beginning? Yeah, I have to, because you're gonna have to strap yourself in for this one. Time skip. 2 weeks later, laughter could be heard. Hana Inuzaka, older sister of Kiba, was looking with a smile on her face as she looked towards the blonde-haired kid. As Naruto was surrounded by puppies, a whole lot of them as they were licking him from head to toe. As he was laughing while Sakura couldn't help but smile at the calm and innocent action, as he was smack dab in the middle. Sasuke was over to the side as he was covered in dirt. Their mission was to clean up the kennels, which Sasuke really hated, but Naruto seemed to take joy out of almost anything, even picking weeds. He made it a game to see how fast he could do it. Life as a ninja was not what he expected on the first go around, but he spoke to the old man and he told him that he will have to do D-rank missions for a while until he was certified to do higher rank missions. Naruto picked himself up as he ran, as all of the dogs chased after him. As Kakashi was sitting down, book in hand as he watched. At least there was no sign of ill contempt or anger from him. That was a good thing. Or maybe it was not. Bottling up emotions were not a good thing. He seemed to really like dogs more than cats. Kakashi could not tell the wife of the daimyo what happened on their mission to retrieve her cat. Naruto had thrown the cat off the Hokage's monument. He did catch it, but he just wanted to make the cat fearful of ever running away once again. And it did work. The cat was scared straight. If the wife of the daimyo ever found out, Konoha would be in serious problem if she complained to her husband. It was a good thing that Naruto was fast enough to reach down and catch it before it fell to its death. At least the cat isn't running away anymore, and it was sticking rather close to the woman. As Naruto seemed to rather despise it, but he seemed to love dogs, Kakashi took note of every little thing that Naruto did. He was already becoming the glue of the team, and that was a good thing. Sasuke was pestering him on finding out the secret to his strengths. But every single time Naruto told him the truth, Sasuke refused to believe. Sakura, as Kakashi could see the feeling that she was going through. She was not strong enough. It dawned on her last week in a conversation between Naruto and Sasuke when they were talking about their strengths and their weaknesses, which Naruto seemed to have none of. And it seems that they were slowly getting to become better friends, and that was a good thing. If Kakashi could have the both of them rely on one another, a close bond of friendship, that would be good. He just had to make the fact sink in that Konoha was the way to do that. It was a hard road ahead of him, but he would make it be done, as he wouldn't let the son of his sensei go down any dark path. Time skip. They stood in the office, another mission complete. While Naruto wasn't going on any dangerous missions, he was getting paid for the D ranks, and they did 2 D ranks a day, which meant that he could save up a lot, given the fact that the most thing that he ate was ramen, which wasn't really healthy, but because of his extreme exercise, his body was insanely fit, despite eating so much ramen. Team 7 here and said, another mission complete. I guess that you're here for another one. Actually, Hokage-sama, I think we can do with something out of the village, said Kakashi. Naruto turned towards him. Really? It's about time, Sasuke said. Sakura was a bit unsure, but she didn't say anything about that. You think they're ready? Here's an axe. With all due respect, Kakashi, said Aruka, speaking up as he was over to the other side. I don't think that it's wise to allow them to leave the village just yet. I mean, they just recently became Genins. With all due respect, Aruka, they're my team. I know their strength level, I know where they're at the moment. And I can confidently say that they're ready to exit the village. As Kakashi gave him a hard stare, as Aruka looked towards the Hokage. If Kakashi believed that his team is ready, I don't see why not. Hiruzen looked over the folder. He says he pulled out the mission parameters. He gave it to Kakashi as he read it over. Kakashi nodded as he looked towards his team. Pack for a week and meet me at the west gate, he said. As a group nodded as they made their way off. This will be a chance to see if you come across anyone to test how far he has gotten, said Hiruzen. Make sure to keep a close eye out. Kakashi nodded. Time skip. So what's the mission, said Naruto, as they stood at the gate. Well, firstly, we're heading towards the land of hot water to pick up a special artifact, and then we're gonna bring to the land of swamp to deliver it to our client, Toji Kazumaki. Are you all ready? He said. The road is always filled with bandits trying to make a lucky score, so you all will have to be prepared. Understood? Well, I'm ready, Sensei, said Naruto. Said Sasuke. He was looking for a challenge, as Naruto refused to spar with him. It doesn't matter how much time he asks. Which was really angering Sasuke. Usually he got what he wanted, but Naruto didn't seem to give a damn about his feelings or anything. Sakura nodded, a bit hesitant, but she was ready. She was at Kunoichi after all. Alright, said Kakashi. Let's go. With that, the group embarked on their first C-rank mission. It didn't take them too long to get towards the land of hot water. Kakashi spoke to the person there. It was a rather decorative store. As Naruto looked around, there was many strange things inside. Strange wooden puppets. Strange photographs. The man handed Kakashi a package. They slept for the night. As they moved out the next morning, they weren't really in a rush. The time frame was not any hurry. Meanwhile that was going on, there was a team from the Hidden Stone. This team consists of 3 people, 3 Genins that is, and 1 Jonin. The Jonin was known as Kitsuchi. He had a large nose, small beady black eyes, and a beard that came around and curved up like an arrow. He was the father of Kurosaki. His own daughter was on his Genin team. As they were currently on a mission, the team consists of Kurosaki, her friend Akisaki, and another female in the group. Susubaki her name was, as she specialized in the minding of bees, like the Aburame clan, but she had bees instead of bugs. They also had a history as well, but that was not important at the moment. So where to, old man? Said Kurosaki. That is sensei to you, he said to his daughter. Yeah, old man, she said. He shook his head. Youngsters, showing no respect for their elders, especially when he was our father. As Akisaki laughed at that, he was used to their routine by now, especially Kurasaki's. The location will drive us right in towards the land of swamp. That is where he's been known to hide out. Remember, you three, we are not allied to that place. And what have I told you? Any place that we're not allied to, there is potential enemies that we should look out for, said Kurosaki. Glad that you three still understand. You three still understand, right? He said, giving them a look, as they all nodded. So prepare yourself. We move out now, he said, as they made their way. They were on the hunt for someone from their village, recently turned missing Nin. In the Hidden Stone, these missions were standard for the Genin teams. After all, they were confident enough in their strength to send them out even on these dangerous missions. So with that, Kichishi and his team made their way off. Meanwhile, at the land of swamp, Toji Kazumaki was a normal man. Height was 5 feet 9, jet black hair and black eyes as well. He has been known to collect rare and special artifacts. He also buy them from many outside sources. Toshi was waiting for an artifact from the Hidden Leaf. Some of them he could get for, well, out in the light, and some of them he could get in the darkness. He was a wealthy man who was known to be a hefty sum. There was also another artifact that was supposed to be coming from the Hidden Stone. However, he doubted the man had the galls to get it. But he still had an interest in the item. It was extremely rare. But in order to get this item, you had to steal it from the village. And that was something not really good. Toshi's name was not going to be involved because he hadn't put his name in anything. He only sent out his liaison to tell that he wanted this artifact and that he would pay good money for it. And he recently got back a message that there was someone willing to do the work. But he did not make direct contact, but the person was coming his way though. In this world, money mean a lot of things. Money can cause people to do insane, incredible things. And at the moment, he had a lot of it. But he had to say he was interested to see if this ninja would truly pull this mission off and get him that artifact. The one from the leaf should be arriving in a few days. He could wait. Time skip. Naruto was at awe as he looked around the elemental nation as they walked. He's never really been outside of the village, so it was good to take in the scenery. They had made their way through 3 villages already. They took rest at night and moved out the morning. They were almost on their way to Land of Swamp. The Land of Swamp was a normal village despite the name. There wasn't any swamp all around the village. It was just outside on the perimeter. The swamps around were really large though, and that is where they generate their name from. But it was a rather festive village, not to mention as he walked in, Naruto noticed the people and the decorations. Something was happening tonight. Is this some kind of festival? It seems that way, said Sakura. She looked around as she saw all the people in pretty clothing. She felt a bit underdressed, but, well, they didn't know about that. Sasuke looked around and he had to say the place looked wonderful. But he wouldn't say that out loud, as Naruto's eyes were literally sparkling. Naruto, said Kakashi, remember, we have a mission. As Naruto sighed, he really wished that he could just go and check out the things that were taking place, but it seems like he would not be able to do that. They made their way towards the location where the client was. As they met the man, he was all too happy to see them, as he was glad that they arrived early. They gave him the artifact, as they were gonna head back home. The place was getting dark though, as Naruto turned towards Kakashi. Sensei, how about we stay here for the night, and check out this festival? We really should get going. Come on, Sensei, said Naruto. What do you guys think, said Naruto. Well, it is a nice festival, said Sakura. Sasuke, said Naruto. I don't mind, he said. 3 against 1, said Naruto. So we stay, right? You know I'm the sensei of this group, right? And I could outvote all of you. But you won't do that, said Naruto, because you're a nice sensei who likes to show up late, and we put up with your lateness. Right, said Naruto. As Kakashi chuckled at that, I guess you have me there. Alright, fine. We'll stay for the night. As Naruto jumped in happiness as he walked, someone bumped into him, but the person was the one that hit the ground. As Naruto looked towards the guy, he had a hood up, not showing his face. He got up and moved off rather quickly. He didn't even apologize, said Naruto. Bastard. But he didn't have time for that guy as he made his way. On the way to Team 7, that was a thief. The man was wearing a hood as he made his way. He didn't know if he was being tracked. He couldn't stay here for too long. Once he got his payment, he was out of here. At the same moment, Kurosaki and her team was arriving in the town. This is as good a place as any. He's not that strong, however. He is resourceful. He will use whatever it takes to make sure that he escape alive, and that include innocent people. And we're not here to cause an incident, said Kitsushi. So, the moment you find him, flare your chakra, and I'll be there. We can't have another accident on our hands. Do you hear that? Kurosaki, he said, seeing that she wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I hear you, old man, she said. I'll be on my guard. He sighed. Spread out, he said to them. As the group nodded as they spread apart. As for Team 7, Kakashi booked 2 rooms. Naruto did not see the problem of sleeping in the same room with Sakura. It's not like anything was gonna happen, but Kakashi was against it, but he didn't mind anyways. So once rooms were booked, Kakashi told them to stay within the perimeter and not do anything stupid, as they were allowed to explore the place. But he also had them remove their headbands. Reason being, the land of Swamp was not allied to Konoha. Many different ninjas from different nations passed through here at any time. And seeing the Konoha ninjas, especially from Kumor the Stone, Naruto, Sakura, or Sasuke might get into a scramble. The ninjas from those nations did not like Konoha ninjas at all. He had been keeping an eye around when he was walking in and he didn't see any other ninjas, but they want to go on their own, so he had them remove their headbands to make sure that no one will be picking up on them being ninjas. As Naruto walked around, a smile on his face. As his hair came down towards his face, he tucked it behind his ears. He made his way, walking through the village. There was a lot of games, a lot of people passing through. The place was a bit crowded, but nothing to overpack. As he played a few of the games there, he wasn't sure where Sakura or Sasuke was. They were probably enjoying the festival on their own means. Arriving towards the stand, Naruto saw a girl, as she seemed to be having the time of her life. She had these flimsy shurikens as she threw them, hitting all of the targets. The stall owner didn't seem to like that as she was winning almost everything. As Naruto noticed that, the moment your hand made contact with the flimsy shuriken, they became solid, almost like stone. But the man didn't seem to notice that. Wow, said Naruto. You're winning a lot. She turned towards him. Yeah? And what is your... She paused. Kurosaki looked at the person in front of her. She didn't know what it was. Maybe it was his dazzling blue eyes, or his blonde hair, but it caught her attention as she looked at him, not even taking note of the fact that he looked like one of the worstest enemies of the Hidden Stone. But she wasn't paying attention to that. Oh, yeah, she said. As Naruto patted her on the shoulder. You're really good, he said. How do you make them so solid? What was that? The shopkeeper said. Huh? Said Naruto, looking up at the man. Hey, brat, don't blow my cover, she said to him. We're like the same age, said Naruto. Shut up, she said. What were you saying about solid, young man? He asked. Oh, nothing, said Naruto. I'll be taking my prize, said Kurosaki. The man gave her a look, but he shushed her off as she picked them up. What are you gonna do with all of that? Said Naruto. I don't know, she said, as she pulled out a scroll and sealed them inside. Wow, neat trick, said Naruto. He was cautious to what Kakashi said, but she seemed like a nice girl. But she also had on one of those headbands. And if you remember correctly, it was from the... What was it? The hidden rock? The hidden stone, yeah. He pretended not to notice. He had his weapon pouch in his bag, on his back, so he didn't look like a shinobi. You live around here, she said. Or are you just checking out the festival? Oh, just passing through, said Naruto. What about you? Well, as you can see, I'm a ninja. And I'm not from this place, she said. Naruto nodded. Kurosaki knew that she should be here, looking for the man that stole the artifact, but here she was, playing a game and talking to this handsome boy. However, the game caught her eye and she decided to play. As Naruto was talking to her, someone bumped into him once again. He frowned as he turned. It was the same man with a hood. Watch it, brat, the man said. Hey, you're the one that bumped into me, said Naruto. The man looked at him with a scowl as Kurosaki saw the man's face. You, she said. The man's eyes went wide as he looked towards the girl's senior headband. Shit. He quickly pulled a kunai and gripped Naruto as he placed it at Naruto's throat. You better stand back, he said, or I'll kill your little friend. Shit. Kurosaki thought to herself. She got him in trouble. She was supposed to be searching for the man, and here she was, playing a game and speaking to this boy, and now he was at kunai point. From what her father told her, this man would do whatever it takes to escape, including slitting an innocent child's throat. Damn it. And it was all her fault. She messed up. Really badly. Alright. You don't have to do anything stupid. Just let him go. And everything will play out fine. Let him go. So you can call your friends. Don't think of me stupid. I know how the village works. You have your little team around here. I won't allow you the opportunity to call them, he said as he pulled his kunai. He was about to stab Naruto. Not to kill him, but enough for him to bleed out, so she might attempt to save him as he brought the kunai down. However, what happened next shocked all of them. But guys, me and subscribe right here. If you want to see the next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications to stay posted. But I'm off now, see you guys soon. Peace guys.